So this is the view from my front window this morning, and it freaked me out a little bit because all I could think of was It by Stephen King and Pennywise the Clown. Still not sure why our street is covered in white balloons. And it made me think of some other weird shit that has happened on this street. The first thing, we'd only lived here for maybe about a month, and there was a knock at the door and I was at home alone. So I answered the door and it was this old lady. She looked a lot like Snow White's evil stepmother when she turns herself into an old hag, except she had a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. And she said, "You know those white boxes that you've got outside?" And I was like, "Yeah. Can I have them?" And I said, "Well, those are our recycling boxes." And she was like, "Oh, alright then, bye." And she just left. So that was a fun first impression. And the next thing, it only happened a couple of days ago, and this woman came to the door. There was a knock at the door again. I answered the door. There was this woman, and she was either drunk or just a little bit weird. I don't know. And she had like a sympathy card in her hand. She was like, "Oh, I'm." First of all, I didn't understand what she was saying. She kind of like murmured a bit, and I was like, "What?" And then she said, "Oh, I'm collecting money for the kid that, well, not the kid, the lad that died." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know about that. I had a look. I didn't actually have any cash with me, but it was just a bit weird. Like, as soon as she left, I thought, what a weird thing to do. Like, you're just kind of knocking on random people's doors and basically asking for money. Like, it was just really odd. Whether or not it was a scam, I don't know. And I remember when we lived in Edinburgh, me and my now husband, we were walking down the street and there was this oldish lady, and she was saying, "Oh, have you got any money so that I can get a taxi, because my daughter's in intensive care in the hospital and I haven't got any money to get a taxi." And we don't carry cash really anymore, so we didn't have anything. But as she was talking to us, this guy came up behind her, and he was like, "Oh, don't give her anything. She asked me the same question yesterday. I gave her 20 quid and here she is again." So yeah, it's a bit weird. It's just kind of sad that you can't really, when people ask for help, like people that genuinely need help might not get it because of all these people that are